Miss you. I love you.
I love you too.
All right, guys. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. My name is Kel.
I'm Sarah.
And obviously, the purpose of this podcast is to have a conversation about marriage, about faith, about love, and everything in between, and a little bit of sex, too.
Thank you.
And now, guys, I hope you're having a great day wherever you're at. And just sit back, chill, and yeah. How you feeling, babe?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. We're back from a nice vacay.
7-day cruise.
7-day cruise to the Bahamas.
Yes.
Royal Caribbean, shout out.
Shout out to Royal Caribbean.
It was actually a nice cruise.
It was.
Like, I give them, we went to, what was the one before?
Carnival.
We went to Carnival before, and this is like a step up. It's like,
Absolutely.
And it was nice. Everything was nice.
Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, we had a great cruise, and I'm glad to be back in New York.
Back in New York, working immediately after arriving.
Yeah.
It's been tough.
Yeah. So, baby, so what's up? How's your week?
Week is good.
Week is good.
It's busy. I'm busy at work, but it's good.
Tell me something good that happened to you.
So, something good that happened is yesterday was Easter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Easter Sunday, Resurrection Day. And we went to church, of course, with the family, the kids. Your mom came with us, which was really nice.
That was nice.
And then after service, we dropped your mom off, and we ended up surprising the kids with tickets to the movies to go see Mario Brothers, which they've been so excited to see. And we were able to do that for them. And, we announced to them that we got tickets to go see them. And they were like, oh my God, I need my Mario hat and my Mario teddy bear and my Mario. They wanted everything Mario to come back.
We had to come back home to get all that. We
came back home to get all their gear. And we headed out to the movies with the whole fam. All six of us. And it was great. They behaved so well. Ariela, who's only 1 year old, behaved amazingly. She sat down the entire time, did not have to take her out of the chair. She sat and applauded and was like, oh, she was all into it, and really kept on pointing at it and pointing at her brothers, and then pointing at the thing like, oh, this is this is your show kind of thing, So it was nice to see the kids feeling so happy to be with family. I like to see when my kids are happy.
Yeah.
And they were happy to just be in family. They love family time.
Yeah, they love it.
They are obsessed with family time. So I love that they were like, we're having a time at the movies. They were excited for it. So
yeah. It was a good movie too. It was like a nostalgia for me. Like us growing up, we grew up with Mario, and to see it now, on a multi-million-dollar big screen,
right,
full-fledged worldwide, Right. So it was a dope. Growing up, we saw this, and the kids experienced it with us too. Right. And it was dope. They had great moments. So I do recommend all parents to take their kids to go see Mario.
Yes.
That was cool. It was cool.
Yes.
But yeah, that was a great moment.
It definitely was. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
What is one good thing that happened to you?
Well, you stole it from me because that's.
Oh, that was yours too? I'm sorry.
Yeah, but no, it was. Before that, obviously we had the cruise, pero yeah. I actually have a new schedule at work, so that was a good change of dynamic too. I thought that was dope. I'm going to work a little earlier.
A little?
A lot earlier, 5:30 in the morning. But nice, believe it or not, even though it's early, there's a sense of I'm up before everyone, and I feel like I'm getting other things done.
Oh yeah.
Praying, and then I'm just I feel focused. I don't know. I can't explain it. Even though I'm home a little, an hour earlier than before, maybe 30 minutes earlier.
I feel like it's 2-3 hours earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we see the difference than before.
Yeah, definitely.
And but yeah, that was aside from Easter, the change of schedule. I thought that was dope. I'm getting used to it too, because
right.
I gotta be up at 4 something in the morning, and it's
right. I'm sorry, my nose ring is moving. I look like I'm digging up my nose. Probably,
no.
Just fixing my nose ring, guys. Sorry. This is live. I'm so sorry.
It's cool. And at the same time, it's yo, it's 11 o'clock at night, and it's like we gotta be quiet. Get the kids.
The kids is 11:30, and the kids are sleeping. It's usually the time that we film.
Yeah.
Because if not, we would not be able to film, guys.
I know. Sometimes I'd be like, man, we should do it like at 3 o'clock, but nah. These kids not.
I'm in meetings for work, and they can't even be quiet. Imagine.
Nah. But yeah. So a few things I wanted to do today. So I wanted to do
I see you have a whole setup here.
Yeah. I brought out the laptop, and I wanted to do a review, like a reaction video of our wedding when we got married. Since we did celebrate our wedding, 9 years.
So creative.
Right?
Yeah, I like that.
And I was like, man, we should watch our wedding anniversary video.
Video or trailer?
Trailer, the video trailer. And 9 years ago.
Shout out to your friend who...
Oh, Alvin. Yeah, he did the video. I'll put the link. And, but yeah. I think we should watch it. You remember when it got produced and we watched it in our house?
Of course, we were crying.
In the Bronx, was it 199? 199 in the Bronx?
Yep. 199 in the Bronx.
In our one bedroom.
In our one closet bedroom.
And we were just like, yo, let's watch it. Yo, the video's out. Let's watch it.
And we cried.
Yeah, it was dope. But let's set this up. Any good memories, babe, of that day?
Many good memories.
All right, let's watch.
En esta mañana va a pasar un milagro, donde los sueños, los corazones, la vida de estas dos personas se unen como uno a un propósito mayor de lo que nosotros podemos imaginar.
I was very starstruck by you. Y yo dije, wow, yo sabía que contigo yo me iba a casar.
When I look into his eyes, my heart beats, but it skips a beat every time. And it's an emptiness in my stomach. Because every time he looks at me, I fall more in love with him.
Sarah, I love you. You're my best friend. I can share anything with you. Since day one when I asked you to be my girlfriend
in the movie theaters,
I knew I wanted to marry you. I admire you. You're full of joy and full of passion. You light up the room when you walk in, and your beautiful smile always leaves me struck. You're a diamond.
My love, you have been my best friend, my mentor, even when you didn't know it. You are a man of godly character and a pure heart, and most importantly, you are the love of my life. And you enhance my happiness more than I could ever imagine. I feel more loved than I ever thought possible. Your great mind, faithful conviction, and abundant talents and spiritual gifts bless me and shape me into a better woman of God. You're my constant teammate, my perfect complement, and my closest friend.
Con este anillo me uno a ti, en presencia de Dios y de los hombres.
Con este anillo me uno a ti, en presencia de Dios y de los hombres.
Oof.
That was good.
What you thought?
That was good. That brought me back to that day. Just like even seeing like different things that happened that day and everything that's led up to the wedding day. It was tough for me, and that wedding, that process of our wedding was tough for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot was happening, and just to see our families there in union and everyone that we love. I mean, we didn't have a big wedding.
What?
You think it was a big wedding? 200 people?
It was like 200 people invited.
That's a big wedding?
I think that's a big wedding, baby.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, let me not say it wasn't a big wedding. It was okay wedding, but I just like the fact that we specifically handpicked each and every person that was there. There were people that did not make our list, and I'm still okay with that. Right. Like to know that I'm still okay with that.
Yeah.
But it was nice. It was nice to see that happen again, and even for our anniversary, like even my vows. I remember my vows as it's playing. I'm like, oh, this is what I said. I remember for our wedding, you like took out this whole paper and you were like reading from a paper, and then I'm like, I look at my ring bearer at the ring bearer or the flower girl, I forget which one, and I was like, let me get that tablet because I wrote it on my tablet that you gave me as a gift. And that was like when tablets had first came out or something like that, and it was like a new generation. But it was nice. It was nice. That was a great time in our lives, right?
No, it was a great moment. It brought back like the location and always like the pastor's voice always like clicks like towards the end too, like the vows, you know, like con este anillo me uno a ti en presencia de Dios y de los hombres. Like, you know, with this ring, we unite before God and man. And it's like, man, those vows are powerful, you know. And it's that was beautiful. I thought it was like good to just soak it up together.
Yeah.
I love you, babe.
I love you too, baby.
So yeah, I really wanted to show, you know, just experience it together and watch that, see how you feel. And
how do you feel?
No, I'm excited. Like I enjoyed the video.
I sent it to you a few days ago.
You did send it. I didn't watch it because I wanted to watch it here together.
Oh, okay.
You know,
it usually pops up on my feed every anniversary time, around our anniversary, because I think we posted it for our anniversary and we got like so many likes or something like that. And so it always comes up on my feed, and I always share it back to you, like, oh my God, look what came up.
We got to thank the algorithm for that, right?
Yeah, definitely. But I also want to give your friend a shout out.
Oh yeah, Alvin,
who did our video for us. We didn't expect it.
Nah, he showed us mad love, like to reach out to do the video. Because remember, we weren't gonna do
a video.
Nah,
it was not in our budget because we paid cash for our wedding.
Yeah,
we did not borrow money, and so we were on a tight budget. Yeah. And so we had to eliminate certain things, and our wedding video was one of those things that we eliminated.
Yeah, we said we're gonna keep the pictures
and no video. The video section.
Yeah, because they wanted like $3-4 grand, and it was just like
it was too much.
So we were already like 20-something thousand in the process,
and we still had things like flowers, and that cost money. So, and then your friend reached out.
Yeah, he wanted to bless us.
He wanted to bless us, and we met with him in the city. I remember I met him for the first time, and you guys talked, and we talked to him, and he was like, "Nah,
he's like, whatever you want to give me.
Important. Yeah. This is so important for you guys." And now I see the importance because now I get to show that video to my kids. So Alvin, thank you.
Thank you, Alvin.
Thank you for showing us love and reaching out to us and really allowing us to have that moment and have that memory that we wouldn't have had if we would have stated that we were not going to do this. So thank you so much, Alvin. Please, babe, drop his link.
Yeah, shout out to Alvin.
Drop his link.
But most def, if you're getting married, do a video.
Yeah, for sure.
Chill.
Pictures and video. Budget for both of those.
I mean, that's the combo comes in nowadays, right?
But budget for both because it's important. Our pictures, our kids.
It's like forever. It's like forever. The video footage is forever. Like, and you know, it's funny. Even like us recording, you know, like I remember watching. There was a message. Someone on YouTube was talking about like they recommend everyone just record some, you know, a lot of footage because it's something that you can show the future generations, you know, like even us talking, like recording, and it's a conversation that we have, and you know, we're using it to connect, and then we inspire other people and all that good stuff. But at the same time, it's like our kids will see it, our grandkids will see it, you know, and our great grandkids will see it too, you know, even after we're gone, you know, because it'll be on the internet,
right.
And it's just like that footage is like. It'd be great if you could see like your great grandparents back in the day, you know?
Of course.
Unless Jesus comes back and then it's a wrap, you know? but I look at it like that, like, you know, even if I look at it like that. Like this is content forever that your future generations will see.
Right.
You know, so never stop like recording moments. You know, and all those footages. It's beautiful. Like one thing is seeing a picture, but another thing is a motion picture and a video. You know, and we cherish those moments. You know, of our loved ones and that have passed and stuff like that we wish we get to see again. But yeah, so go get that video for your wedding too, for everybody.
Yeah, it's important.
Who gets married, and the important moments in life. But yeah, babe. So I had some questions.
Of course, shoot. Let's go for it.
I wanted to discuss, just chat, and just just vibe off of us and see how we feeling. Here's a good one. So, what's your dream date night or weekend with me?
So weekend for date night, I love to go eat seafood. You know that seafood is my thing.
Your dream?
My dream would be date night. Well, not really. I think it would be weekend. I love weekend getaways with you. I think they're so much more intimate, so much more time together. We get to go do things that we don't usually do, like sit and do nothing and just talk and just lay out. You know what I mean? Like I love those moments, but I also think that they're so important for us to just spend time together. When we're here at home with the kids, it's tough. It's tough to have those moments. Even though we've been doing much better with being intentional while we're here. But I'm always up for a weekend getaway. My dream would be like Hawaii for the weekend.
Hawaii.
Hint, hint.
Who knows? Maybe,
So you know what I mean? Like going away somewhere, even though I must say our weekend trips to Miami have been on the scoreboard.
You bomb, right?
Yeah. They have been hitting right. Like we did the Airbnb the second time. The other time we did we did 2 Airbnbs, right?
And then a
hotel. And so those moments
Florida
are cherishable. I really do enjoy those moments because those are moments that can never, time is borrowed time. And so we can never put more time on us. And we serve the king that is the king of time. And so I just enjoy those getaways where it's just you and me. So my dream getaway would be like a weekend somewhere hot, because where it's hot, we always enjoy. Where there's sun and beach, we always have a great time.
Yeah, I love it.
And it's a vibe. It's our vibe.
Yeah, get that nice sun.
Pero que me vayan I want them to go to the ocean and go get me a fish and bring it back
and fry it right
clean
there?
it right there in front of me and fry it for me.
With tostones.
The Dominican style, you know what I mean?
Limón, un chin de
Johnny
cachú.
Cake. I want all of it.
Nice. Nah, that sounds good right now.
Like that's a dream for me, and I mean I've lived that dream because of you.
Right.
So thank you you for always making those moments happen for me.
I love them, baby.
I love you.
I love you too, my love. Cool.
How about you?
Oh, what's my dream date?
Yeah.
Or date night with me?
With me, not with you.
With you. I'm just reading it back. I think I'm not complicated
at all.
I think like date night, like as long as it's just us two, no kids, maybe an overnight stay at and go watch a movie and get some food and just chill, just us two hanging out, and I don't think, we got to complicate it. Like those moments are cherishable as long as we're together, and yeah, that's really it.
Not bad.
Okay. Well, here's one. If you had 3 wishes for our future, what would they be?
I have them already. Number 1, absolutely.
Okay.
Number 1.
Let's see if they match with.
Number 1, get out of debt.
Okay.
Number 1 is get out of debt, including our house, everything. Be debt free. Number 2, making sure that our kids are okay. And when I mean okay, not us setting them up, because of course we have their college fund, you know, that situation. But I mean, like, healthy, mentally healthy, physically healthy, and on their own path to wherever it is. You know what I mean? Like, we're setting the foundation right now. So it'll be of us not having them in the house anymore and them doing their own thing. It's just you and me. And then my third would definitely be to invest, in more and have an income that is not us working the 9 to 5s or the working at a company or something. We're working for ourselves. So that would be my top 3.
Yeah, right on par. Similar to what I said. You know, debt free. I would like for our future to also like invest in like real estate. You know,
we're connected.
We're connected somehow. You're married to
You
someone?
married?
But yeah, I was thinking about like real estate and just generating income that way. You know, with rentals and let me see another. If I had another wish,
You said debt free, investment, and
maybe a more like out of maybe to move maybe out of the busy lifestyle like of New York,
another state,
maybe another state. Yeah, warmer.
Okay. Yeah, warmer, because I'm freezing right now. My husband has this thing, guys. As soon as it gets a little warm outside, he thinks we're in the middle of summer, and the AC is blasting in my house. Hence why the outfit today. I am freezing. It's true.
Okay. Oh, here's another question. Oh, you already know this. What's your favorite thing to eat for lunch?
What's my favorite thing to eat?
Seafood.
I'll do some crab legs in a heartbeat.
For lunch? Like lunch?
I would definitely do that for lunch. I would do it for breakfast. I'm just obsessed with seafood and crab. I love crab legs. Snow king crab legs. Oh my God. They're so delish. But yeah.
Nice. When we said favorite thing to eat for lunch, you know what brought me back to when we went to Miami and we had lunch over there and we had the chicken when we first landed.
Oh, we went to Hooters.
The chicken was banging.
What, we got chicken wings there?
No, we had chicken salad.
Oh yeah, like the chicken salad. The chicken that was in the salad was grilled chicken, and it was amazing.
For some reason, it was fresh. It tasted fresh.
Yeah, it was juicy and fresh. Yeah.
That
was a good salad.
That was a slamming salad. Here's another question. What's the most unexpected thing that has happened to you lately?
You always do unexpected things to me. Like,
I do?
Absolutely.
I do.
Do you, baby?
Sometimes.
I think the last unexpected thing was when you told me we were going to Florida. And I'm like, what? In 2 days? Are you crazy? What about my kids? What about this? And you're like, everything's taken care of. And I'm like, oh my God. Definitely. They're unexpected. But you do a lot of things unexpected. It's not just that. You've done many things that are unexpected to me. And so that would be my unexpected stuff. Yeah, that's really it. How about you?
The most unexpected thing that has happened to me. I don't think there's anything that I can think of like unexpected.
Getting a ticket for running your life.
Oh, I got a ticket. Oh, yeah. So yeah, today, I don't mind sharing because I got a ticket, right, for my job, my drive. So I got a ticket at the same location.
2 times.
2 times, but I didn't know. So I paid, it's funny, I paid it. I paid the ticket. And then my job is like, no, you haven't paid it. And then I'm like, what? I paid it. And I showed them the receipt and everything. No, you haven't paid it. And then they come to find out, but no, here's the violation number. Go find it. But you got to pay it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So it's the same location. I'm like, but it was the month prior.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, I ran a red light.
So you probably got another one.
No, there's only two. So I paid one, so I got to pay the other one. And yeah, that was unexpected.
Very unexpected.
But yeah, I typically learn my lesson on running red lights, but not on that one. It was that one and 162nd Street on the concourse. That catches you off guard because, I'm always looking at the walk. When you're driving, the light is green. I mean, the light is green, but the walk sign was also white. It says walk. And it doesn't blink. It just switches to stop, and everything changes without, I was like, yo, don't give nobody a chance to.
That's crazy.
But yeah, that was unexpected.
So cold.
Let me see. I'll ask you a question and I'll go lower the AC for you, baby.
It's okay.
You good?
Freezing.
But I can go lower it while I ask you.
Okay.
I'll do it. So I'll ask you this question and you answer it and I'll go. Okay, so what's your least favorite thing about your job?
Oh, wow.
That's what it says.
What's the least favorite thing about my job?
Yeah, you talk to the people.
The least favorite thing about my job.
Something tedious, like, typing this.
Okay, I have this. No. The least favorite thing about my job, it sounds corny, but it is that when I was hired, I had to wait over a month, not even more than that, over 6 months, I think it was, almost a year, for me to get supplies. I work from home, so I get it, but I still need supplies.
They'd be like, it's on its way, in transit.
No, they had it on hold. I mean, you guys know I work where I work, but it took forever. And I was just like, guys, the expectation is that I do my job. I can't even get a pen. Like, damn. So that was that's the least thing I don't like about my job is that. I mean, I like my job, like I tell you.
Right.
Like, I really enjoy my job. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy the people I work with. Sorry. Like
But yeah.
you put that out. Like, you're me. Okay. Yeah, that's the least thing that I like about my job is that.
Cool. Let me see, the least thing I don't like about my job.
The least thing you like about your job.
The least thing.
You like.
Let me see. Maybe. I mean, everything is pretty cool. Like, I was gonna say the people, but people are pretty cool.
People, as in the clients, the
people, yeah.
The people you service.
Yeah.
The public.
The public they're pretty all right.
That's because of the route you have.
Yeah.
Because I bet if you had like the 9 bus,
the BX9.
Yeah, you wouldn't be saying that.
No, you're right. You're totally right. Maybe what I didn't like about it. Let me see. I can't think of anything. I mean, I appreciate. Oh, yes. So on these routes, there'd be like these long routes, right? And then there's like a 3-hour break. I'm like, why?
Are you getting paid?
No, they pay you after 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So you'll get like a 12-hour shift, and then you get a 3-hour break, and you only get paid half an hour out of that 3-hour break.
That's crazy.
So it's like.
But you still get the 12 hours.
No. So you get paid 9.5 or whatever then.
That's crazy.
It's a travel law, like some law about it. Like if you travel a certain time, that's what it is. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my least favorite thing. And let's keep it popping. All right. So if you could do one thing every day that would make you happy, what would it be?
Oh my God, I would. One thing every day that would make me happy that I can do that I can't do now, of course. Like it's a kind of wish thing,
that you
right?
can do every day. Yeah.
I wish I can eat whatever the heck I want and not gain weight every day. Like I wish I can have sandwiches and rice and pasta every day and not worry about gaining weight. Like, yeah.
Story of my life.
Yeah. Story of mine. It's like I smell pasta and I'm like 50 pounds. I'm like, damn. You know, like it's crazy. But I wish I could do that every day and not gain weight.
That would make you happy.
Yeah, that would make me very happy. Food makes you happy.
All right. One thing if I could do every day that would make me happy, spend unlimited money.
That's a good one. I could do that too. Of course, my fat butt, thinks about food. But money, I didn't think about that. Spend money and not worry about bills, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not worry about what we have to pay off.
Thanks. Well, here's a good one. What's giving you anxiety right now?
Oh, my son is giving me anxiety right now. Zion is in a stage where he literally cries for everything and whines for everything. And it's just, I can't do the whining. Like, I need therapy, guys. I'm actually going to therapy. And that's one of the things that I'm talking about. Like, this kid takes me to that level. Like, that gives me anxiety.
Why do you think so?
Because I just feel like there's something wrong. Like, what is going on? What is happening? Like, the unknown is what frustrates me, you know? But that is definitely one thing that gives me anxiety. And also, the fact that I have to take this licensing exam is giving me anxiety.
Oh, you're licensing for your MSW thing? Yeah.
Yeah, that's giving me anxiety too.
But with Zion, I think...
What is something that's giving you anxiety before you get into the whole Zion situation?
No, I was going to bounce back.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
With the anxiety, it's like, he's 6 years old, and sometimes like kids' brains develop differently. Like they say that the kids' frontal cortex is the last thing that gets developed. So they're just emotional all the time. And sometimes I'm looking at like their brothers, like when they're looking at, he's like crying. He's having a tantrum because you turn off the TV before going to bed, whatever. And then the brothers are looking at him and they're like, bro,
it's not that serious.
It's not that serious. Just go to bed.
Mom, close your eyes.
Close your eyes, because we close our eyes. The other two brothers are looking at him like, and the little one, Sebastian's like, Zion, why are you crying? You cry so much. He's like 3. He's embarrassing the 6-year-old, So
I'm so sorry. I'm like yarning.
I know for you, babe. I know it's late. It's midnight.
No, I'm exhausted today. I woke up thinking the kids had school.
Oh. Yo.
And I'm like, oh my God, school, guys, we got to get back in the routine because they want spring break last week.
Yeah.
I'm like, routine, let's go. It's like military in this house in the morning. And I'm like, breakfast, let's go. And I woke them up and I felt so bad. And then I'm waiting at the bus for the school bus. And I noticed that the school bus didn't come. And I'm like, yo, it's past the time. Like, what's up? So I go to call the school. I call the school and I click on transportation department. And I'm like, good morning, Miriam. And she's like, good morning. And I'm like, Miriam, is there some kind of delay on the buses? I'm waiting for bus 21, route 21, whatever. And she's like, oh, we don't have classes until tomorrow. And I was like, I started laughing. I was like, I was just checking to make sure you guys knew that it was tomorrow. But yeah.
Yeah, right. And I bet Zion was tight.
No, I was like, Zion, you have no school. He was like, yes, no school. He came back running up the thing, and then he had a school project, and I'm like, don't break it, wait. So that was a drama, and then I'm like, all right, get inside, and he gets upstairs, and he's like telling his brothers, no school, I have no school. And then Zachary, sorry. We're like,
I feel you.
We're old.
I feel you. No,
Zachary is like, I don't have school. I want to go to school. I miss school. And I'm like, bruh. Zachary, really? You miss school? But yeah, that was an interesting morning today. So that's why I'm like yarning, because I'm tired. I got back into the routine of waking up, and this whole week, they went spring break. I was waking up.
Oh yeah, spring break.
I was waking up 9 o'clock, I work at 9. I was waking up at 8:50. Started turning on my computer while I'm brushing my teeth, checking in. Like, it's just craziness. Now I'm like, I gotta be up by like 7. So it's tough. It's tough to adjust because I was on vacation the week before. So it's tough to.
Yeah, I feel you, babe.
But yeah, it's tough. It's adjustment. But you were telling me about the whole Zion situation. For Zion, you were saying, because I asked you, what is something that gives you anxiety right now? I know.
What?
Our finances.
Oh, our bills.
Every time I spend money, it gives me anxiety.
I mean,
every time, guys, I spend money, it's like I get a call. What you bought? What you bought? What you getting?
You imagine?
It's like I imagine it happens.
No, I could imagine. It's like
I'm like swiping, and I'm like 5, 4, ring. I'm like, there you go.
I get a notification, but
all the time.
I know. I check the accounts every day, and it's like a habit that I have. Like I got to make sure. I know. You know, sometimes you get random charges. You know, and I just gotta catch on. Like we got a random charge for that annual $99 that car auction thing that I bought.
Right.
And then it's like, man, I gotta get a refund. I didn't know I canceled this. And then Instacart, we got a $100 charge from Instacart that I didn't even know until like 3 weeks ago.
What about it?
We got charged an annual fee for Instacart.
What? You have Instacart? I didn't know you had Instacart.
We had Instacart. You know what it was? I think I signed up for a free trial, and then I forgot to cancel.
They get you with that, babe.
And then it was like yearly fee. Boom.
They get you with that all the time. I'm peeling everywhere.
Yeah. No, me too. I'm like, am I still peeling there?
No,
not
really.
No. But yeah. But there was a video today that was actually talking about like kids and their development stages, and I posted it on my Instagram about, you know, like just the way we communicate with the kids back and forth, and that we have to be patient. And I'm like, yeah, easier said than done.
It's really easier said than done. It's tough. I wish I see some parents, and I'm just like, am I the only one struggling out here? Because parenting is not easy. And then it's like, when you have an highly emotional kid like we do,
yeah,
he's the oldest, and he can be so loving. Like when he loves. Like his heart is on his sleeve, but he's overly emotional about everything else. And it's like, when are you gonna grow out of this?
Yeah, like, I'm like, it's a stage. I'm like, in my head is like, oh, this is a stage. It's
tough because I snap. Like I don't do good with whining, and I don't do good with crying for no reason.
I know. But they don't know how to process it. So it's like, I got to remind myself, like, okay.
You're good at that.
He needs a hug, because even though I don't want to hug him, I don't want to hug this kid right now.
Right.
I'm just like, you know, it's going to be okay. I'm mad dry. Like part of me is like, cause he's like, I need a hug. And I can't. I'm like, whatever to calm you down right now. I'm like, it's going to be okay.
Facts. Those are facts.
I'm like, it's going to be okay.
But that's what I feel like. Like people make it seem like, and don't believe the hype, guys. Like, I know I'm one to post my family and how good we are. Yes, we are an amazing family. But that doesn't mean that we don't have real things happening in our household. Like we have a highly emotional kid. We have other kids that look at that emotional kid like, bro, it's not that serious. Yeah. And then we have Ariela, who wants to give everybody a hug that's crying. You know what I mean? Like, she's in that new stage. She's in that new stage that she's observing a lot.
It's cute.
And she plays a lot with the boys now. Like she's playing like
she's tickling them
and
everything.
robbers or whatever they play there.
She's like calling them. She's like, come.
Yep.
She's cute.
So it's tough, and I feel like there's no perfect family. You know what I mean? Like everyone has their own thing that they go through.
Right.
And a lot of people always ask me like, oh my God, how do you do it? I'm struggling just like everybody else. I'm doing it with the grace of God. Right. Because it's tough. And and I think for me the reality is I'm not afraid to say that it's tough. Like I'm not a perfect parent. I don't feel like I'm a worse parent because I'm telling the truth. No, I'm being real, and I'm being transparent with the fact that parenting is fuerte.
No, yeah.
And then I think about like, do you ever think about like, I wonder how it's going to be in the future, like once they grow up.
I think it's going to be beautiful. Yeah. Like I feel like they're going to be teenagers, and then
they're really tight.
They're going to be bonding moments, and we're gonna go to theme parks together, and then we can sit decently at a restaurant.
Yeah, we can never do that now.
Like we can sit at a restaurant decently without having to pick one. One has to go to the toilet, and the other one threw food everywhere, and the other one's crying, and the other one gotta do caca, and I'm like, oh, go change his diaper. Oh, wait, and then like, oh, my food is cold.
Yeah.
And then at this point, it's like, why have we even come?
Remember my graduation? I was so upset.
Homie had us like.
I was so upset.
I'm like, why did he? I feel like we came here to babysit our kids, not to eat.
Yeah, it was the worst.
Like that's why
we didn't even eat. We would like just pack everything up and go.
We out.
We left.
We just go home. Take the food to go because
it was bad. It was bad, but I do agree with you. I agree that it's going to be amazing when they're older because they're very tight right now.
Yeah,
they're very tight knit. But I think that those are conversations that don't occur now. Like women, and I think this is great for maybe another episode. Is like women with postpartum and women that go through that and how that is. But even the reality of it, like I'm not perfect. And I think that society has made it to be like, no, you have a kid, you got to get up, you got to go. Like a woman goes through a traumatic experience and then is expected to go back to work full time.
Right.
Like a few weeks later, you know what I mean? Like weeks later, you're expected to go right back to work into your regular scheduled. You know what I mean? And it's hard. It's hard on our mental health. It's hard on our bodies. It is just hard. Like things are not where they used to be at in our bodies. Things are not at the same place anymore. So we're dealing with that self-esteem. And then we're also dealing with the mental health, like our mentality. You know, many things play in our brains like, oh my God, am I a good enough parent? Oh my God, I don't have a connection with this child. Oh my God, because there's so much pressure from outside of what a good mom is. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not able to breastfeed. Oh my God, I'm only going to give this kid formula. I should have breastfed. What is wrong with me? Oh my God, am I giving attention to my husband? Do I even care if I'm giving him attention? You know what I mean? Like there's so many different things that are coming at us at the same time. And we have sleep deprivation. And we have a human that is our responsibility. So it's a lot. And I feel like...
How do you feel like it went through? Has it been the same in all the... Because you have 4 kids, so you got 4 experiences.
No. I say that for my first kid, I definitely had a little bit of the blues. I definitely had postpartum. It wasn't bad postpartum. Like it wasn't like deep. It was just like reality to my life is no longer my life kind of thing.
Right.
You know
I think that first kid is a shocker.
Yeah. And not so much of a shocker like, oh my God. It was more of a shocker because I didn't feel that you were there because you went right back to work.
Oh, you didn't feel I was there?
No. As far as being at work and I was at home with the kid, you know what I mean? Like I felt the pressure when you left me, you know what I mean? To go to work. Not that you were there, baby. Come on. Stop being dramatic.
No,
you were there. I'm just saying like.
Nah, that first kid was traumatic.
It was dramatic for you. I knew what to expect because I have siblings that had babies. So I know what it was to have a baby.
Yeah, but having a child.
Our son was the first baby for your family. So how was that for you?
But for me, I felt like that sleep deprivation was the biggest thing for me. Because, I'm a heavy sleeper. Everyone has different personality. There's people who are early risers. There are people who, are not. And it's like that sleep deprivation was, the worst thing for me. Like it was really like I was missing even going late to work. Like I felt like a little bit crazy sometimes. That sleep deprivation.
It's real.
It's real. It was just the shocker of the first child.
Right.
So that was.
I mean, we didn't learn, right? Because then we had our second right after.
It was like 6 months later. It's like, hey,
pregnant again.
Hey, babe. I forgot our conversation, but it was like, hey, we're having another baby. And then we went to, we did it at Thanksgiving. We announced it, right?
No, Zachary, no, we didn't.
It was like every Thanksgiving. It's like, hey, guys, surprise. We're pregnant again. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But, so what do you think, what is the hardest, now that you have 4 kids, what's the hardest stage? out of the 4? Like having 4 kids is the hardest.
Oh no, I think having baby number 3 was the hardest.
Right, and that
transitioning from 2 to 3 was extremely hard. Having 4 was like, oh, okay. But from
like
3, yeah, it was like, oh, another baby in the house. Yeah. But number 3,
yo, 3. It was like, yo, how can we do this?
It was a lot. Number 3 was whoa. That was a breaker.
Because we were back to back too.
Yeah.
3 under 3. It was like that, or 3 under 4. Like,
yeah, it was tough. It was tough, that third child. But I think that every pregnancy as a mom, I would say the first pregnancy was the hardest. My first.
No, remember you were there for.
Yeah, my first pregnancy was the hardest as far as my mental health, my physical health. It was the hardest.
Even giving labor, that was the longest.
Oh yeah, that was the longest labor I've ever.
Because he was coming in and out.
I was in labor for 27 hours, but I was pushing. I remember pushing for 2 hours and a half.
No, and how long?
And when you start pushing, you can't put your legs down. So I had my legs up.
You had your legs up for like 4 hours, something like that, right?
2 hours and a half, baby.
2 hours. Okay.
2.5.
Felt like.
For you, it felt like that. And who was pushing? How you think I felt?
But I'm over here holding legs too. I'm like, go, baby. You got this, baby.
That's one thing. My husband is the biggest cheerleader. But I'm like,
you were like,
don't talk. Exactly.
I'm like, it's all right, baby. You got this. You got this, baby.
I was like, don't talk. I'd be like, don't talk to me. Just don't talk to me. Right?
I'm like, it's all right, baby. It's coming up, baby.
Oh my God, baby, go. And I'm like, stop it, because I can't see what you're saying. So stop it. I turn into like the Hulk, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry, baby.
It's okay.
But how was that experience when you experienced our first child being delivered? What was that like for you?
No, it was beautiful. It was like a.
Because you saw everything.
It was a teary moment. Like
you saw everything.
I saw I saw everything. I wasn't like grossed out. It's beautiful. It's natural. It's, you're giving birth.
And what did you think of your wife when you saw her do this?
I was like, wow, great job, honey. Like,
no, you came back with a whole sign that says fearless.
Yeah, you were fearless. Okay, I got a sign. Yeah, I got you some little gift here and there. Yeah.
That was cute. I thought that was so cute because you came back.
We still got it. It's over there.
Yeah, it's still over there. 7 years almost later, and fearless sign is still there.
Yeah.
But I remember you came in and you were just like, I can't believe you did that. Like we had a baby. Like, oh my God, you pushed a human out of you, baby. This is amazing. And one thing I can say that I admire so much is that my husband tears up with all of our children.
Yeah, it's a beautiful moment.
And I'm just like, he connects so good. It's such a beautiful thing to see. And for us to experience as a couple, it's a beautiful moment when you experience that with your significant other. But definitely pregnancy number 1. My mental health was challenged with pregnancy 1.
Yeah.
Pregnancy 2, I was good. Like after 1, it was like I knew what to expect, and I knew.
Did they give you drugs?
No. So remember, they always put it in, and I never had time, right? But remember this: with 1, I wasn't sure of what, and I had the pressure of that I had to breastfeed from the hospital, and that ended up having Zion's hemoglobin drop, his blood levels drop because he wasn't having enough milk. And so that's when he stayed. They left him in the hospital. Remember, we were going to get discharged. And the day of discharge, they said we have to keep him
under the light.
And that's for jaundice. They kept him because of the sugar blood levels. And that's when I found out that when I had my second baby, I was like, get the formula.
Oh, go get the formula.
Go get the formula. And they were like, no, but you should get the formula. I'm the mother. Get the formula.
You're not going to breastfeed.
Get the formula.
Oh, Miss Fabian.
Get the formula. So I thought that was funny that I knew then. I mean, and not that I didn't try. Like I will always pegalo, but my kids were big kids. They were almost 10 pounds. And so all natural. And so they were really big, but I think that number 1 is hard probably
for anybody. I think for everyone is number 1 is the hardest, for women and for men, for the first child. And at the same time, our best man from the wedding, he was just getting married too. So it was like the next day after the baby was born, I went to the wedding and then came back. But yeah, you
were gonna not go, and I'm like, are you crazy? The baby's born already. We're just gonna be sitting here in the hospital. Go to your best friend's wedding. Like, you need to be there.
Yeah.
And I was happy to see that you went. I know it was an exciting moment for you, but you had to be there for your best friend. Shout out to the compadre.
But it's funny.
When you get to the wedding.
This was like a side note. At the wedding, you know, like I'm so focused at the baby's here, you were pregnant, so it's like the whole time, you know, they're having like gatherings, you know, to go practice for the wedding rehearsal, and I'm going one time, and then I'm like, I'm really not paying attention because I'm focused at you, you know, oh, you can give birth at any day, and it's like, oh, I'm having contractions, okay, baby, I gotta go to the hospital, you know, like.
But we didn't have that happen.
No, but what I'm saying is I was focused on you,
right?
And then I remember, I kind of forgot that I was the best man. No, I knew I was the best man, but I had to give a speech. And I was like, yeah, I was going to write it. And I'm like, yo, I didn't write a speech. So, my brother, I love you. But that came out of my heart.
That's messed up.
No, and I'm telling you out of, honestly.
I cannot believe that you did that. I did not know that.
No,
I wasn't at the wedding because I was in the hospital.
When I went back, after we had the baby, I went back to the wedding, right? And then we're all there, whatever. And he's like, okay, they're going to give a speech. Kelvin, you're going to give a speech. And I'm like, what? Oh my God, I forgot to write my speech. So, and then I was like, man, so I just came out of everything that I said out of my heart to my brother. That was a side note.
I'm speechless right now. I would be so bad at you.
I mean, I was having a baby.
Damn, babe. I would have been tight.
I mean, no one knew.
Well, they know now.
I mean, it's all out of love. But
I hope the speech was good, because if it was garbage, people are gonna be like, "That makes sense."
I should have taken a shot or something to like ease the. I was nervous too, last minute. Yeah.
That is disgusting. I'm sorry. You know I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Sheesh.
That's a whack.
All right.
Don't ever do that again, babe.
Yeah, I'm never gonna last
minute. I mean, we're not gonna have kids anymore.
I'm not gonna have a baby and at the same time go to a wedding at the same time. You know, prepare for a speech. Come on, like. I'm pouring out my heart.
No, I get it, but I just wanted to let you know that was whack. Like, I'm your wife.
I know. Side note. Appreciate it.
You know. But I think that pregnancy is something that is not spoken about. You know what I mean? Like what women go through and how women feel during pregnancy and after, and that during too is stressful for a woman. Like, people don't talk about that. Like, I feel like my pregnancies, especially with my first, how many times I'll be in the ER? Like every week. Oh my God, I don't feel the baby move. Oh my God, I don't feel this. Oh my God, the baby. Oh my God. And I was just like, and then I start reading things and it's like, oh my God, the baby should be moving this amount of time. And it only moved this time. And then you just back to back. It's just like a lot of worrying, a lot of like the unknown is really what it is. The unknown gives you anxiety, for me at least.
Right.
So I didn't enjoy my first pregnancy.
Like the whole
time, the 9 months, I didn't enjoy that.
You were uncomfortable the whole time?
No, I didn't enjoy it because I felt like that was constantly playing in my head. Like, oh my God, what if this is a stillborn? What if this happens? What if that happens? And I was always like thinking about that. That anxiety of that. It wasn't until my second that I was like, Lord, this ain't happening again.
All right.
So
did they even give you drugs in the second one?
No.
It was like, oh, too late. You got to push now.
Yeah.
We're like, what? You were like, what? No, yeah, push now. Let's go.
And Zachary ain't either. Remember that I went to go push.
No, you did. You pressed it.
I pressed it and the doctor was like, we're turning it off because it's time to push.
Oh. But you did push out baby number 2. It was
with
fast.
Nothing.
It was like, ready?
3 pushes.
1, 2, 3. Congratulations. It's a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. And then I feel like with Ariella, she was the last. And Sebastian was the biggest.
He was 9, and he's the
smallest now. Yes,
he's the skinniest.
He was 9'13". Ariella was 9'12". And I feel like with Sebastian, it was tough. Like, he was a little chunky monkey, right? He was a little chunk.
He slimmed down though.
He slimmed down a lot.
He don't look nothing like his pictures.
No. And then Ariella, it was a good pregnancy, right? Yeah. I mean, it was a good labor too. I feel like the doctor we had was good.
It took care of you.
Yeah, she was really good. And I didn't even rip with Ariella.
But it was like the last minute doctor switch, remember?
Yeah. But she was good. I saw her once before at the clinic. And she was really good. She was good. I mean, I love the hospital we give birth into. That helps a lot.
You remember after like the baby was born, she said that line from
No, it was before.
It was like from Handmaid's Tale, that line. She was like, "Oh, blessed be."
Yeah, it was before.
I was like,
I think we have it on camera.
I recorded.
Yeah, you record all of our labors.
Yeah, even though it says no record.
My husband.
I'm like,
records.
boy, you not. This is my child.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sneak it in. I was like, I put it on my shirt pocket.
You always have a shirt pocket when we go to
I had a shirt pocket. Yo, this is what I do. If you're gonna have a baby, record this. You gotta record. Have a shirt pocket. Hit record. Pop. Put it right here, and just keep it act natural. I said, record your childbirth. I'm like, what you mean? I'm not gonna record what? Because they don't want to be liable for whatever thing they mess up. Let's say they do mess up. They don't want to get caught up in that.
I don't know, but
anyways, yeah, I got recordings for all of them.
And I like seeing those. Those are great moments.
But yeah, so you would say number one is the hardest.
Number one is
and
definitely
the
hardest.
Easiest pregnancy?
The last.
Ariela
was the easiest. And I was pregnant with my my comadre, Jess, my bestie. We were pregnant at the same time. And I remember her, and she would always call me to ask me, what about this? And this is happening. And I would be like, nope, don't do this. This is going to, like, I was able to give advice based on my experience, but also remind everyone that, hey, listen, this happened to me. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen to you. Like, every pregnancy is different and everybody's different.
Right.
You know, apples may have worked for me, but bananas work for you. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a difference of people. So there's not one right way of anything. It's like what works for your child. Right. And our children came out pretty good. I always say our kids came out good as far as like, first of all, thank God. God is the only one that knows and how and why he does what he does, and it has been the way it has been. But our kids are all formula fed, perfectly healthy.
You remember we were going to try to do the whole natural juicing stuff. And I'm like, get the hell out of here. We doing this. Juicing. I remember the natural fruits and
the natural foods, not juicing.
The natural foods.
Yeah, natural foods.
And we had a blender and everything. And then I'm like, man, go get a pouch. And there comes it prepackaged. And it's like, it's fine. They're fine.
And and the fact that they slept through the night. So after the time they come home.
Well, not Zion.
Zion was our toughest and I feel like it was because we lived in a 1-bedroom, so we couldn't have nowhere to put him to black out his light. But I think he was good after month 3. He was asleep. You feel like it was longer because it was traumatic for you.
I feel like after a year, that's when it got normal. I feel like every 2-3 hours, he was waking up. I was like, oh my gosh.
Maybe that was because it was your first child. You feel that way. But I think that baby number 2, I mean, all of them for me was like, they sleep. Even Ariela, Ariela, just the other day went to sleep at 6:30 in the afternoon and woke up the next day at 9:30 in the morning.
That was good.
She sleeps right through the night. We have no problem with the sleeping. And we've been blessed with that.
We've been blessed.
But I think it's because God knows what I can do and what I can't.
Yeah, God knows what you can handle.
Yeah, for sure.
Most def. Yeah. So do you recommend, how many kids you recommend people to have?
I think for everyone it's different, and I do believe that both need to be in agreement. I'm not a believer that if I want to have 4 kids and you just want to have 1, that I should go ahead and have 4. Like, those were conversations you should have had with your partner prior to having kids. Like, we knew that we wanted a lot of kids. We knew that from the get.
Right.
We wanted a large family, and there was an agreement with both of us. And so when we called it, that's it, we both agreed that was it.
That was it.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's something that a lot of women don't understand, is that it takes 2. 1, you can't make a decision, nor can you have a baby to trap a man. That's not going to work. Like, having kids in your relationship is going to bring more attention to your relationship.
Right.
Having a kid doesn't fix your problem. You know what I mean? Like, having a kid does not fix the problem. If anything, it's going to bring you more problems, more arguments. No, it's your turn to change the pamper. No, it's your turn to get the milk. No, it's your, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much more, but I think both parties have to be in agreement, because if we have 1 baby, we have 2 babies, and now I'm like, I want to try for the 3, and you're like, no, I can't keep on pressuring you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we have to just leave it at that and be okay with that.
And you have to talk to your partner if you even want to have kids.
If you even want to have kids,
because some partners don't want to.
Don't want it.
One partner wants kids, the other one doesn't, and
I would say those are discussions you need to make before getting married. Before even dating.
Before dating, know that do you want to have kids? Things, yeah. You know, what do you want to live? Those are the things you got to discuss beforehand.
Yeah. I mean, God has called us to procreate, so to expand His kingdom.
But it's like society now, less and less want to have less and less kids.
Yeah.
And the statistics show it too.
Right.
Like now in the 2000s, they did a stat, and more women later in life, they don't want to have as many kids. And you see it in the United States. They're having less and less kids. Now it used to be 3, then 2. Now it says like 1.5 or whatever the stat is. It's like less and less. What do you think? What do you think about that?
I think that it has to do a lot with women are becoming more professional in professional roles.
Yeah.
And so in our job environments, a lot of our jobs are not fans of women in high positions or in a more management position are fans of those women having children, because that means they now have to be on medical leave. They have to take FMLA. They have all these other things. So a professional woman, there's more women that are becoming professionals and chasing their careers and not investing that time in growing their personal life. And then it gets to the point where it's too late. And then you're without a husband, without any kids. Y ahora tú estás muy vieja.
Y ahora tú estás... No, it's true. No, that's a reality. That's a big reality, because now they focus on their career so much that later in life, that's like, I don't like to drop names, but like Jennifer Aniston, right, from Friends. She said that. She's like, she focused on her career, and she was having complications, stuff like that. But like, when you focus a lot on your career and, knowing that in the future, you say, oh, in the future. But for women, it's different, right? Because it's like a clock, right, as they say.
So
right?
they say.
So they say it's a clock, and there can be, you focus so much in their career that now you don't find the man that matches your status, or that you want to have a child with. But that's...
I mean, I think and that's also another thing. A lot of women now are suffering more with fertility than before. It's a lot more women suffering from fertility. And I mean, I think I shared this before, but when I was 19 years old, doctors told me that I wouldn't have any kids, and here I am, 2023 with 4 kids and no assistance. We did no IVF. We did none of that. This was natural conceiving a child, natural way of conceiving a child. Like, it was the most natural way. So it just shows that it's like more women are having fertility issues, though. Are having fertility issues. And
men too.
Oh, and men too, absolutely. But I feel like that's not something, and call me religious or whatever, but that's something that God could God can cure that. God can do a miracle with that, because He did it with me. He did it with me, and I know that it was a miracle that He did with me. So
that's the God we serve.
Yeah, that's the God that we serve. So that's why sometimes when women tell me infertility, I'm like, have you gave that to God? And that's something that's important, to give those dreams and those things to God, because God wants you to have those dreams. You know what I mean? Like, He wants you to have that. He wants to see His kingdom expand. And that's a part of, you are a part, as a son and daughter of God. You are a part of that expansion. You know what I mean?
And it's funny that you mentioned that, like, even in my heart, that to have more children, it was part of it was a message that I heard in church, right? That was talking about, like, and the Bible talks about be fruitful and multiply. And it was like expanding His kingdom. And part of that was, part of my heart was like, I want to have more kids to expand the kingdom as well. Aside from, there's other benefits to having children, but expanding the kingdom is part of it. And I was like, I want to have more children, to expand the kingdom, and for God's purpose. And, my children, I will be able to, like, lead them to God, and because they are the future. Those are the future leaders of this world, so that was part of my also heart to, like, oh, why do you want to have so many kids? Part of that, to expand His kingdom,
Right.
And but there's, God can do it all, God is our doctor.
Absolutely.
And for those women and those men that are having those struggles, to procreate, present those things to God, because God can transform those things in your life.
Amen.
And He's the healer, He's the doctor, and there's nothing impossible for God. So we gotta always look at it in those eyes.
Yeah,
The doctors might say one thing, but present that to God. And He is the healer.
Absolutely. I mean, it's hard to hear as a woman, right? And as a man too, I can imagine. Before I can speak for a woman, like, it's hard to hear the doctor say you would never have children. You know what I mean? Like, what? What do you mean? Like, what? Like, that's a hard pill to swallow. But
how old were you, Wendy?
Well, that wasn't my reaction when I was 19 years old, 18 or 19, I forget. I was young. That wasn't my reaction. My reaction was like, thank God I don't have to have any kids. Like, I remember back then I didn't want to have kids. I remember not wanting to have kids. I'm like, why would I bring kids? I was being selfish, honestly. And it wasn't until God, I mean, when I gave my life to Christ, and that's why I'm like, it's before, because I was like, I gave my life like 17, turning 18. So it had to be when I was like 17, this happened. And I remember giving my life to Christ and God changing that mentality of mine. Like, literally that changed. Like, as soon as I started walking in God's promise and walking in what God, in God's words, it was just like that instant change of mentality of not wanting. And then that's when I started to worry, which is not of God, but I did. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not perfect. Like, that came, those thoughts and that reminder of what that doctor told me, and I'm just like, oh my God. And then, of course, years later, I never went back to the doctor after that. Not for that. Of course, I was a doctor, but not for that. Just find that out. It wasn't until you and I were getting married that you proposed, and I'm like, I have to tell this man that we ain't never gonna have kids, because he always talked about wanting to have a big family and wanting to have kids.
Right.
And I'm like, we ain't gonna have kids because I can't have any kids. And I remember telling you this, and you straight up, like El Cristiano, straight up looked at me, and I was crying for like two or 3 months, like worried of how I was gonna tell you this, and if this was gonna break up our relationship. Like,
that's a deal breaker.
Absolutely. And
for
I'm like, I don't know what was the reaction gonna be. And I remember telling you, and you looked straight in my face and was like, that's why babe, we serve a bigger God than that. We serve a king. Don't worry about it. He's gonna take care of that. And like, kind of brushed it off. And I was just like, but I was just crying. And you were like, we serve an amazing God.
No.
And there's nothing he can do. And I was just like, all right. Like, I ran with it, and I believed it. I believed those words. And
4 kids later,
here we are with no assistance, natural conception of these kids. We conceived them naturally.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is we had sex, and they came out of that, making love moments in our lives. And so here we are. With, by the way, 2 of our kids have my birthday.
Oh yeah. Sure. There's 3 cakes on that birthday. The last 2.
The last 2, the last boy and the girl, have my same birthday. What are the chances?
Right.
God definitely has a sense of humor.
God was talking to you right there. My child.
He definitely has a sense of humor. And I feel like they both have my personality. Like, I feel like Ariela has certain things about her, like when she gets upset or when she's a little feisty.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like Sebastian definitely, like, he definitely has my personality.
Yeah. And I think Zion has a little bit of me, though, like as far as like the goofiness.
Oh yeah, but I think the emotional part is mine.
Yeah, because I wasn't emotional. I mean, I was emotional, but I wasn't like.
Oh, I was definitely, and I cried a lot when I was young, at his age. They used to call me Ojito de Agua. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Ask anybody. Ask Rosemary or Patty, my comadre, my cousin. Ask my sisters. They used to call me that because I used to cry. You looked at me wrong, I used to cry. It was bad.
Oh.
I remember those days. But I feel like our kids, they may not look as like us, but they have traits of ours.
Yeah. Since we're like from the Caribbean and in the Caribbean we're all mixed from every culture, indigenous, African.
We're everywhere.
European. We're everything.
Well, my 23andMe says.
What did it say?
I'm 49.93 Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Yeah.
So you're half European.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm half. That's like I'm almost half European. And it keeps on going up, the percentage, for some reason. I'm just like, I looked at my parents like, tell me the truth.
Tell me the truth.
Like, y'all lying to me? Like, what's going on?
Nah, we're mixed so much. It's like all our kids look different,
Yeah, they all look different.
Yeah. We got a lighter baby, a browner baby,
curly hair,
straight hair, thicker hair.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good. I think it's a good dynamic too.
Yeah.
We like the mix.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah. So now, babe, unless you got any other questions, we can wrap up.
Let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Cool. So, guys, if you have any other questions or any comments, leave them in the comment section.
Or if you have any topics or things you want us to further discuss that we may have touched on and we haven't gone in depth with, let us know. Let us know what you guys want to hear. Let us know if you're enjoying this. We love the feedback. We definitely want to be as transparent as you guys see. We are very transparent.
Yeah.
But we definitely want to know what you guys want to hear about. So please, if you guys know us personally, send us a DM, send us a text message. Don't forget, we're on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and of course our YouTube channel. So please subscribe, like, share, and let us know. Let us know what you guys enjoy us or not. Like, what's going on? What's the feedback like?
Yeah. Check out the other videos we have also on the channel. And no, guys, with that said, thanks for hanging out. My name is Kel.
I'm Sarah.
Peace.